This is DD India and you're watching Express News, a program where we bring you top 100 news of the day. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Let's begin. India's President Draupadi Murmu addressed the 49th annual convocation of All India Institute of Medical Sciences at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi today. During the weekly press briefing, India's Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Ranveer Jaiswal said that India-China has agreed to start the Kailash Mansarovar pilgrimage in 2025. However, talks are still underway. While speaking on the issue of tariffs, the MEA spokesperson said that India and the US are in the process of taking bilateral trade negotiations forward and that the country aims to enhance trade, address tariff and non-tariff barriers. He further said that the world knows that the real issue is Pakistan's active promotion and sponsorship of cross-border terrorism, which remains the biggest roadblock to peace in the region. The MEA spokesperson further added that India hopes to rebuild ties with Canada based on mutual trust and sensitivity. Replying to the discussion on the working of the Home Ministry in the Rajya Sabha, Minister Amit Shah said, in the past 10 years, the government has strengthened the security of the nation through political will and use of technology. Home Minister Amit Shah further added that the government has a zero-tolerance policy towards terrorism, highlighting that there has been a 70% reduction in deaths due to terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir. Home Minister said that after coming to power, the government has spoken with all armed outfits in the northeast. From 2019 till date, he informed that 12 important peace accords have been signed. The lower house of Parliament passed the demands for grants under the control of the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare for 2025-26. India's Union Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, on Friday launched India Bioeconomy Report and took part in the BIRAC Foundation Day celebrations in New Delhi. On the occasion, Minister Jitendra Singh expressed both pride and relief as Indian origin astronaut Sunita Williams made a safe return to Earth after a 300-day mission. The minister also said that Prime Minister Modi-led government is giving very high priority to technology. With an objective to promote health, hygiene and wellness, ASSOCHAM organized the third Awareness Summit on Illness to Wellness in the national capital, New Delhi. On the first day of the summit, the health experts participated in various sessions emphasizing on the need to prioritize physical, mental as well as spiritual health. Advisor in the Ministry of Ayush, Dr. Manoj Nesari, congratulated ASSOCHAM on taking the Illness to Wellness campaign forward. India has crossed a monumental achievement of 1 billion ton coal production, highlighting significant commitment to energy security, economic growth and self-reliance. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi lauded this achievement, calling it a proud moment for India and recognizing the relentless dedication and hard work of those associated with the sector. Slovakia's honorary consulate was inaugurated in Kolkata on Thursday, marking a significant step in strengthening bilateral relations between Slovakia and India. Minister of State for Health Anupriya Patel said on Friday that the incidence rate of TB in the country has shown 17.7% decline from 237 per lakh population in 2015 to 195 per lakh population in 2023. She further added that deaths due to TB have also reduced by over 21% in 2023 as compared to 2015. The Reserve Bank of India said that India's forex reserves jumped 305 million to 654.271 billion US dollars in the week that ended on March 14th. Indian equity indices ended on a positive note in the volatile session on Friday. At close, the Sensex jumped 557 points to settle at 76,906. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange rose 160 points to close at 23,350. At the Forex market, Indian rupee jumped 37 paise to close at 85 rupees 99 paise against the US dollar on Friday. Gold futures maturing on April 4th were priced at 88,220 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for May 5th maturity stood at 98,483 rupees per kilo on the MCX. Oil prices fell slightly on Friday but were heading for a second consecutive weekly gain as fresh US sanctions on Iran. Brent crude futures were down 27 cents to settle at $71.73 a barrel, while US crude futures fell 22 cents to $67.8 per barrel. Asian stocks plummeted on Friday as escalating geopolitical tensions and US tariff fears dampened investor sentiment. Investors are bracing for Trump administration's April 2 tariffs, fueling market volatility. The dollar index steadied after climbing 0.4% on Thursday, while the yen weakened. In international news, Heathrow Airport of London has been closed until midnight after experiencing a significant power outage due to a fire at a nearby electrical substation supplying the airport. The airport authorities have asked passengers to expect significant disruption over the coming days. Around 70 firefighters are tackling the blaze in the west of London. At least 120 flights in the air bound for Heathrow are being diverted due to airport closure. Screen recordings from a flight tracking website showed planes avoiding London's main airport. Experts believe the closure of London's Heathrow Airport will affect the global aviation system for days at the cost of tens of millions of dollars. In the wake of the power outage issue, Air India issued an advisory regarding the operations to and from London Heathrow Airport. Germany's upper house of parliament on Friday approved a massive spending package aimed at ramping up the country's military and overhauling its infrastructure. The amendment was backed in the Bundesrat with 52 out of 69 votes in favour, passing the 46-vote threshold after it cleared the lower house on Tuesday. Russian President Vladimir Putin's top security advisor Sergei Shoigu discussed Ukraine with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un during his latest visit, amid advances in security ties between the countries. The Ukrainian president's chief of staff said on Friday that Russian accusations of Ukraine attacking the Sudzha gas station are baseless and false. In an effort to secure US interests in the global mineral market, President Donald Trump has invoked emergency powers to ramp up domestic production of critical minerals. In a White House address, Trump said he has signed an order to increase US production of critical minerals and rare earths and will very shortly sign a pact with Ukraine. President Zelensky has said that all nuclear power plants in Ukraine belong to the people of Ukraine, following comments by US President suggesting that the United States could own and operate the country's nuclear facilities. Trump had signed an executive order intended to essentially dismantle the Federal Department of Education. The order would leave school policy almost entirely in the hands of states and local boards, a prospect that alarms liberal education advocates. Sudan's army has recaptured the presidential palace in Khartoum from the rapid support forces after a fierce battle. Confirming the victory, army spokesman Nabil Abdullah has vowed to continue fighting until the militia is purged from the country. Sudan's rebel paramilitary RSF has launched a drone strike on the presidential palace hours after the military recaptured it on Friday. A Sudanese army source said that 3 journalists have been killed in the paramilitary drone strike on Khartoum's presidential palace. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz on Friday threatened to annex parts of the Gaza Strip unless Hamas releases remaining Israeli hostages. Katz also vowed to step up the assault using civilian as well as military pressure points to defeat Hamas, while Foreign Minister of France opposed any kind of annexation by Israel of the Gaza Strip or the West Bank region. We're heading for a very short break here on DD India. We'll be back with Express News in just a bit. Stay tuned.
रिटायरमेंट प्लानिंग के लिए तेरा एसआईपी के बारे में क्या ख्याल है?
रिटायरमेंट अभी तो पूरी लाइफ बाकी है यार।
और तुझे नहीं लगता अगर रिटायरमेंट के बारे में अभी से नहीं सोचे तो आगे जाके प्रॉब्लम होगी?
पर रिटायरमेंट के बारे में सोचना क्यों है इतना जरूरी? जब तक आप रिटायर हो जाएंगे महंगाई काफी ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगी और आपकी इनकम वो तो रुक ही जाएगी। इसीलिए आज ही म्यूचुअल फंड्स में एसआईपी शुरू कीजिए और हर महीने थोड़ा थोड़ा करके धन इकट्ठा कीजिए एक कंफर्टेबल रिटायर्ड लाइफ जीने के लिए। अधिक जानकारी के लिए अपने वित्तीय सलाहकार से परामर्श करें। LIC म्यूचुअल फंड द्वारा निवेशक शिक्षा की एक पहल। म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिम के अधीन है। योजना से संबंधित सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
The world.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. Let's resume. A UNESCO report revealed that glaciers are melting at an unprecedented rate, with the last 3 years marking the largest glacial mass loss ever recorded. Nearly 275,000 glaciers covering 700,000 square kilometers are rapidly shrinking due to the effects of global warming. The Patagonian ice dragon, a tiny wingless insect, faces the looming threat of extinction as its glacier habitat rapidly disappears due to global warming. Madrid has issued a flood alert as rising water levels in the Manzanares River threaten to overflow with an incoming storm. Storm Martino is set to impact central Spain, with authorities advising caution as heavy rains and flooding risks escalate. Villagers in Indonesia's East Flores district started clearing ash and volcanic mud after the eruption of Mount Leotobi Laki-Laki, which left the area covered in debris. Cuba will install over 50 new solar parks this month. The move comes after a recent blackout that left millions without power. According to the Indian Meteorological Department, severe weather, including thunderstorms and hailstorms, are expected in Kolkata and surrounding regions from Friday to Sunday. Fishermen along the West Bengal and Odisha coasts are advised to stay ashore due to severe weather conditions. To restore crucial connectivity in Ladakh, the Border Roads Organization has initiated snow clearance operations on National Highway 3 under its project Himank. March 21st marks the United Nations International Day of Forests, a day dedicated to recognizing the importance of forests in maintaining the planet's ecological balance. A painting by French Romantic master Eugene Delacroix that has resurfaced after 160 years is about to go on sale at an auction in Paris on March 28th. Kept within the same family for over 150 years, the painting titled Study of Lying Lions is estimated to reach up to 300,000 euros at the auction. In a vibrant celebration of the spring equinox, members of indigenous communities gathered at the ancient Teotihuacan archaeological site. This tradition highlights the cultural significance of the equinox as participants honor their heritage and the changing seasons. The Keukenhof Park in Lisse, the Netherlands, officially opened for its 76th edition attracting visitors from around the world to experience the beauty of the world's largest tulip garden. Video game giant Ubisoft launched Assassin's Creed Shadows game at its Quebec City offices in Canada, which is the 14th installment in its flagship series. After 5 years of renovation, a museum opened in Cyprus. This museum showcases early Christian artworks, many of which were recovered after being stolen from churches. The Byzantine Museum of the Archbishop features mosaics, icons and wall frescoes representing some of early Christianity's finest and rarest artworks. The Italian newspaper Foglio claimed to be the first in the world to publish an entire edition created by artificial intelligence. A joint campaign, Notice the Second, was launched by Mongolia's National Police Agency to protect children and youth from drugs and narcotics in Ulaanbaatar. The second litter of the rare northern African lion cubs have been born at the Whipsnade Zoo in Bedfordshire, England. The one-horned rhinoceros population in India's eastern West Bengal increased to 392, with 331 reported in the Jaldapada National Park. Odisha's famous Banapur's Panchu Dola Festival 2025 concluded on Thursday. People across the state immersed in festive spirit, celebrating this vibrant festival. Over 50 cartoon dog Snoopy plushes wearing designer clothes from Chanel to Hermes were on display in Paris to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Peanuts comic strip. Based on the book and subsequent Academy Award-winning movie, Midnight Cowboy has the first time been turned into a musical duo to open in London. Actress Blake Lively asked a US judge to dismiss actor Justin Baldoni's $400 million defamation lawsuit, calling it a vengeful and rambling case. A trailer has been released for the highly anticipated romantic comedy Materialists, which features a starry leading trio made up of Dakota Johnson, Pedro Pascal and Chris Evans. Materialists is an upcoming American romantic comedy written and directed by Celine Song. The film is set to be released in the US on June the 13th. Warner Brothers released a teaser for Paul Thomas Anderson's new movie, One Battle After Another. This offers a first glimpse of Leonardo DiCaprio. Irish rockers U2 will receive the Ivors Academy Fellowship at this year's Ivors. This is Britain's annual awards for songwriters and screen composers. Disney and Pixar have officially announced that the much-anticipated sequel to the 2017 animated hit Coco is underway, aiming for a theatrical release in 2029. A South Korean court issued an injunction to stop members of the famous K-pop group New Jeans from any pursuing independent projects. The next spin-off of Chuck Lorre's massively successful sitcom The Big Bang Theory is officially titled as Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. A case has been registered on behalf of production house Maddock Films for the alleged leak of the Vicky Kaushal starrer Chava. And on to sports news now. Khelo India Para Games 2025 began with the Para Badminton in New Delhi. Paralympians Nitesh Kumar, Manisha Ramdas and Krishna Nagar were in action at the Indira Gandhi Stadium on the first day. The BCCI introduced key rule changes for IPL 2025 after a captain's meeting in Mumbai. In the new rules, players can apply saliva on the ball again. BCCI has introduced this new rule of a second ball for the second innings of a match after the 11th over to counter the dew factor. India has officially submitted an expression of interest to organize the Centenary Commonwealth Games in Ahmedabad, Gujarat in 2030. Kirsty Coventry has been elected as the president of the International Olympic Committee on Thursday, securing victory in a high-stakes vote in Greece. Kirsty Coventry made history on Thursday by becoming the organization's first female and first African president since its inception. India's Shankar Subramanian defeated world number 2 Anders Antonsen in the pre-quarterfinals of the Swiss Open on Thursday. Shankar will face Christo Popov in the quarterfinals on Friday. Hassan Nawaz's unbeaten century helped Pakistan beat New Zealand by 9 wickets in the third T20 in Auckland. The Black Caps lead the series 2-1. Hassan Nawaz hit his century in just 44 deliveries in Auckland, breaking the record of Babar Azam for the fastest 100 in T20s for Pakistan. Japan became the first team to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup on Thursday. They secured a 2-0 win over Bahrain at the Saitama Stadium. Chris Wood's hat-trick helps New Zealand demolish Fiji 7-0 on Friday to move within one win of making a third World Cup. New Zealand missed out on the past 3 World Cups. Saudi Arabia moved into third place in Group C after edging past China 1-0 in the World Cup qualifier in Riyadh on Thursday. China remained at the bottom of the group. A late goal from Vinicius Jr. earned Brazil a 2-1 win over Colombia in the South American World Cup qualifiers on Friday. The victory lifted Brazil to the second spot with 21 points. And in the F1 racing, Lewis Hamilton put Ferrari on pole position for the first Formula One sprint race of the season in China in record time on Friday. Reigning champion Max Verstappen joined him on the front row. And Italy's Olympic medalist Diaz Hernandez produced a stunning effort of 17.8 meters to capture the triple jump gold medal at the World Indoor Athletics Championships on Friday. So that's it in this edition of Express News. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.